We are reaching the end of 2019 and 2020 is coming. Welcome to this special video where we look back at the year 2019 while you're watching some Star Citizen gameplay because I need to have some background footage. But 2019, what a year it was. And as always, I would like to look back at the year 2019 with you guys and ask you in a personal interview how your year has been so far in 2019, because in a couple of days we are reaching 2020. Regarding gaming, I personally did not play much new games because I usually am very busy with my YouTube channel. If I actually play games, I usually mod them, like you know me, like you know this channel. And yeah, if I look back at this year, what did I play for new games? I did play Rage 2, which I didn't really like. I did start it up once, and then I really couldn't hold me to do a second play to the game. So that pretty much summarized it all for Rage 2. Bit of a disappointment. I only paid $30 for it, but yeah, I think I played only like 10 minutes maybe. Then I uninstalled the game because I didn't really like it. I also played Red Dead Redemption 2 for the PC. It looked really amazing. A really nice game, but it's quite... you really need to take your time for it, let's say it like that, because it really needs your attention and you can't just like start it up very quickly for 5 minutes and then, you know, if you're... you can't really like quit during a mission, and this game really requires time, but the worlds are so amazing that I really hope to create starting showcases next year for it, you know, because mods are slowly coming in, so that's a great thing. Another game I did play was the remake from World of Warcraft Classic. I did play that so long when it was released in 2004, 2005. Yeah, and I did decide to play it with a couple of old colleagues because they also really liked the World of Warcraft back in the days before the expansions. So we did play, like, I think about 2 months or something, but then for me personally the grinding was just a bit of a pain again, and I really didn't want to do it again because I already did pass that entire process during 2005, you know, in my school time, and I don't have the time anymore to grind it, and I really don't look, it's not really my cup of tea anymore to grind the more boring stuff in World of Warcraft. So didn't really play that super long, 2 months. For the rest, nothing really new, to be honest. I have a huge back catalog now built over these couple of years. The games I, however, have in my back catalog for this year, and with this year I actually do mean 2020. The first game I'm really looking forward is Death Stranding for PC, because this version will be released in 2020, the PC version, and I'm really curious if I like it or not, because there is so much difference in opinions in games. There are only like two camps, it seems. People who really love it and people who really hate it. So I'm really curious what I think of the game. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. Other game in my back catalog is the remake of Resident Evil 2. I really love the old Resident Evil 2. Very scary game, but also quite packed full of action. And the Resident Evil 2 remake really looks like a true remake, how a real remake should be. So that's really awesome, and I can't really wait to try it out for myself, but I didn't really have the time for this. And the last two games I really love to play still are Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Looks very great, very atmospheric, very challenging gameplay, which is great, I think. And finally an EA game where it's not filled with microtransactions and just a pure single-player game. So very promising, and yeah, I just can't wait to play it because it looks very promising. And the last one is The Outer Worlds. It's a more larger RPG, and this is probably the Fallout we really want, and not the Fallout 76, which is one of the most horrible disappointments in gaming history. So yeah, a small back catalog, and I'm pretty sure I will not be able to finish this in 2020, but at least I can maybe play one or two of these games in 2020. The more disappointing games this year, starting of course with the biggest one, that's Anthem. I mean, the game has been in development for so long, and we were able to read the article on Kotaku on what really happened at Anthem, and it seems that out of these years, only the last year and a half they were able to finally start giving shape to the game, which is absolutely insane if you think about it. But Anthem really was for me the disappointment of the year. Talking about long development times, Crackdown 3, you might have forgotten this game already, but man, also very disappointment if you would check out the earlier statements from Microsoft that it would fully run on the servers from Microsoft, you know, for extra computing power, for destructive environments, etc, etc. But unfortunately, Crackdown 3 was nowhere near the promises Microsoft gave us. I think what happened is that at a certain point, Microsoft did start to notice that the game didn't really was going in a direction that they hoped for, and they just had to release it at a point because, of course, this year, 2019, they really had to announce the new Xbox, and they wanted to make sure Crackdown 3 was going to be released on the Xbox One. So also quite a disappointment, Crackdown 3. There were, of course, other games which really did disappoint, but in order to prevent this video gets way too long, I would say let's jump to the end of the year questions, the interview with you guys, because I'm really curious how your year 2019 was. I always start the interview by asking who you are, what's your age, and where you're from, because then I have a little bit of a view on who is doing this interview. So that's question 1, relatively simple, right? The second question I would like to know from you, what did you do in the year 2019? Were you in school? Did you have a job? Or did you have neither of both? Or maybe both, who knows? Curious about that, that's question number 2. And with this choice, was this something you did expect, or was this supposed to happen? And if not, or if so, were you happy with this, how the way it went? That's this question number 3. Then we continue with the more standard questions, starting with what's the best thing that happened to you in 2019? It can be anything, of course, but it's probably nice now to look back at your year and to, you know, make a summary of how your year was and what's the best thing that happened for you in 2019. In addition to this, looking back, what's the worst thing that happened to you in 2019? That's question number 5. 2019 gave us a lot of nice movies. What was your favorite movie of 2019? Question number 6. Did you listen to any new music in 2019? If so, what was your favorite album of this year? Could be anything, just let me know so I have some inspiration myself. That's question number 7. And then I'm really curious about question 8. What was your game of the year 2019? I think this year was not super bad or something, but I don't really see like a winner which really stands out from all of the other games. So for that, let me know your game of the year 2019. That is question number 8. And last, but definitely not least, do you have a New Year's resolution? If so, what is that then? And I'm pretty curious about what would you do different, or what good resolutions do you have for 2020? And that's the last question. So how to answer these, you can either copy the questions from the video description and answer them in the YouTube comment section, or you can go to my Discord channel where I have a special section for these end of the year interviews. So with that, I would like to end this video by thanking you all for the wonderful support you guys gave me also in 2019. I mean, we're now at 50,000 subscribers and still rising. So what a great community you guys are. I mean, I barely have any bad reaction or, you know, or any negative stuff. I really think we have such a mature community. And also in Discord, 3,000 members, you know, everything is so mature, so polite, and that's really awesome. That we don't get spammed, or we don't have flame conversations on the Discord channel. So thank you very much for your wonderful support again. And answer these questions again, please, in the YouTube comment section or on Discord. And then I wish you guys a wonderful 2020 in good health. And I really hope you're able to answer the questions at the end of 2020, that your year was great. And then I really hope to see you guys again and that interview at the end of 2020. BrettCaliber.com. I'm going to do a lot of cool, exciting things in 2020 where I'm currently busy with. I will create more videos, of course, because the last couple of months I've been quite busy with work. You know, also the health of my father isn't really that great. So there are all kind of things which really, made it possible, fortunately, that I was unable to create more videos than I normally would. But that's all is going to be better in 2020. So again, thank you very much for all the wonderful support, and hope to see you. I wish you the best for 2020 and hope to see you there and that next year as well. So take care and bye-bye.